The world is not black and white. It is painted in shades of gray. That is what we have been taught time and time again. You just have to walk a mile in another person's shoes, or see through another person's eyes, or some other banal platitude repeated again and again just to make us understand that every person has their own thoughts and motivations. But if these repetitious metaphors are meant to be believed, then why don't our movies show it too? While the world might be shades of gray, our movies haven't been this black and white since the 1930s. Our heroes have become sterling examples of what it means to be virtuous. They risk their lives for the good of the many, without a thought of death or pain. I don't think Captain America has ever even jaywalked. And our villains? Our villains are so one-dimensional, a high school geometry class has greater depth. These lackluster portrayals often result in frankly forgettable characters and uninteresting plots. It becomes impossible to distinguish one Marvel movie from the next when every hero has the same moral compass and every villain a common lack of conscience. To create characters that will last the test of time, attention must be paid to the motivations and intentions of the entire cast. Flaws can't just be quirky mannerisms, but defining traits that limit and also expand upon the characters on screen. Conflict arises from contrasting motivations, not an arbitrary battle of good versus evil. Bluntly, make the characters human and don't let the humans become characters. Princess Mononoke, the action-adventure epic from Studio Ghibli, doesn't have a single character on screen. Instead, the movie contains intimate portrayals of humans suffering through, struggling with, and eventually overcoming their differences. The film focuses on the people in the movie, and in doing so, results in one of the most realistic worlds ever created. And it contains talking animals and giant wolves. The film follows Prince Ashitaka as he must discover the origin of a curse bestowed upon him by a vengeful boar god. He eventually travels to the land of Irontown, where the old gods still roam among the forest. There is currently a war brewing between the two factions. Humans of Irontown led by Lady Eboshi, and the spirits of the forest led by a wolf girl named San. Eboshi wants to destroy the forest to harvest the iron underneath it, and in doing so, conquer the world. San plans to kill all the humans and let the spirits of the forest once again roam free. Ashitaka injects himself into the middle of this war in order to hopefully save both inhabitants of the land and himself. Princess Mononoke never makes clear what side is right in this argument. Eboshi seems at first to be a maniacal villain hoping to conquer nature and humanity with her iron will. But the film also shows that she uses her power to support the weakest of society, the lepers and the prostitutes. She has both room inside of her for great ambition and great compassion. San as well is first depicted as a human-hating wolf girl, but she tenderly protects Ashitaka when he is near death. Conflict is far more complicated than right and wrong. Only compromise and understanding can bridge this divide. The film uses its story and characters to comment on greater themes of environmentalism and humanity's impact on nature. Unlike other environmentally oriented films, Princess Mononoke doesn't paint humans as the sole arbiter of death, but as a misguided people struggling like any other species. A complex issue like global warming and deforestation are not able to be solved by pointing fingers and saying one side is evil, but through attempts to listen and find similarities in those who we oppose. And I'm not even commenting on the success with which the film's score and animation reach. The classic Hollywood epic is often seen as these monstrous productions with massive set pieces and 3+ hour running times. At 2 hours and 15 minutes, Princess Mononoke sets the standard to how to tell an epic without demanding the audience to sit until they get leg cramps. Each shot is impactful, the land is beautifully detailed, and the score matches each moment to create feelings of elation, despair, and love. Princess Mononoke is an unforgettable film. It demands to be re-examined because every character needs to be unpacked to understand. The film cannot be understood on a single viewing, but necessitates repeated watches just to consider every facet of the story. Each aspect of this film accomplished the goal it was intended to do, and it stands out as one of the greatest adventure films, and one of the greatest films of all time.